Hi, my name's Imani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for dropping in. I was walking and had a word from the Lord that I wanted to share, so I literally just pulled out my phone and started to record. And the word that the Lord gave me today is that desperate times do not call for desperate measures. And what do I mean by that? So there can be times in your life when your back is completely against the wall. You have no options, or your options may be limited. You feel like you don't know what to do. You may not have the resources. You may not have the time or the ability to do the thing that needs to happen, and you are just at a complete loss. And when we're placed in those situations, we get desperate. And what does desperation look like? For the flesh, desperate times do call for desperate measures. And what do? We resort to our own ways of thinking. We resort to drinking. We resort to partying. We resort to finessing. We resort to going back to old ways or old patterns that we know are a sure thing. But I want to encourage you, if you're in that place where your back is against the wall, where you don't know what to do, where you feel like you don't know where to turn, I want to encourage you. Desperate times require obedience, not desperate measures. God is putting you in a position where you need a lot of faith. And that faith is going to be what's going to propel you into what He has for you. And maybe you're in a season of your life, or maybe you've been a person where faith didn't come easy when the going got tough. And now is time to lean into the Lord and believe on His promises. He's a provider. That's His name, Jehovah Jireh. And 2 Samuel, I believe chapter 15, it says, obedience is better than sacrifice. It's better to obey. Even when the going is tough and you're desperate, it's better to obey fully than to rely on your own strength, than to rely on what you think you should do and then have to dig yourself out of another hole because you weren't obedient and because you didn't have faith. I'm in that kind of position where my back is against the wall and I don't know what to do. And there's the temptation to go back to things that I know would be able to secure me. But the Holy Spirit is saying, no, we're not doing that again. We're leaning into me. And so that's what He's calling me to. And I know that that's a word that He wants me to share. Desperate times do not require desperate measures. Desperate times require obedience.